Good evening, and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school softball. Tonight, in this IBC matchup, the Indian Valley Braves host the Strasburg Tigers. Tonight's game is presented by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Alton Hospital. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Wood Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarawas, and McInturf Realty. Now let's head to the field with Big Z Sports.
Welcome into the high school softball presentation in Big Z Sports. Thanks to Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital, Joe Geckler and Adam Soweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios here at Indian Valley High School. Today, Adam, we've got a great one. The Indian Valley Lady Braves, they've lost one time on the season, taking on the defending Division IV state champion Strasburg Lady Tigers. The Braves won the first matchup 1-0. Over in Strasburg, going to be a good one.
Yeah, whenever you see this game on the schedule, it's one of those ones where you can say, well, first 1-2 is probably going to win. I mean, it's just when you have two dominant pitchers like you're going to have tonight in Mia Rose and Amelia Spidell, there's just usually not a lot of runs. But then there's other times that those, the tendencies don't work out that way, and it may end up being a 9-8 game. It's just you never know. When two good teams get together, you just don't know how it's going to play out.
Absolutely, and you got a beautiful night for some softball. Time moved up a little bit. They're going to try to get a little bit of JV game in after the varsity game here tonight, but no lights here at Indian Valley, so they moved up the start time of the varsity game to give the JV girls some time as well after the conclusion of the varsity game. So another good one, like you said, Mia Rose and Amelia Spidell. Shannon and I have talked all spring about how much pitching and good pitching in this area that we have in high school softball, whether it be at New Philly, at Dover, at Garraway, here at Indian Valley, at Strasburg, at Gnadenhutten Valley. Everywhere we turn, Newcomerstown, everywhere we turn, they have great pitching on these staffs, and these young clubs are doing good things with it.
Absolutely. I mean, any coach will tell you at the high school level, it all starts with your pitcher. I mean, obviously you need offense to go with that and a good defense behind her, but on the softball field, it all starts in the circle. And when you have, like you mentioned, Joe, all those pitchers, and this area is littered with talent in that circle. It's crazy the amount of talented pitchers that will likely play at the next level doing just that. And that speaks volume for the youth programs in this area and just all the experience that they've gained before they got to high school.
You look at, we mentioned all the talent in the area. There's some big hitters in the area as well. Offensively, there's some really good teams. It's going to be interesting. We'll talk about this now. We got a little bit of time, but this Sunday is the draw.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting. Division IV is loaded. Division II is loaded. I'm not sure if there's anybody in Division III.
Actually, there is Claymont.
Claymont's in 3. Okay,
and they're 14-3.
I would figure they were in 2, but good. Yeah, Claymont's in 3, so they're kind of the lone wolf there in 3. Then, but
they are.
Division II's loaded, Division IV's loaded. It's going to be a fun tournament season with the draw Sunday. We'll find out where everybody's at, and of course in the sectional round, that the higher seed will play at home for the first 2 games.
Yeah, and when you have loaded brackets like that with a lot of quality teams. The littlest, it puts a lot more pressure on those coaches and those players because one bad night at the field, whether you could be the better team, but one bad night and your season's over because there's so many good teams in this district. The East District in general is loaded with talent. So, yes, we're fortunate here very locally, but you expand out East District and there's just as much talent once you get away from here. So it gets scary. It really does for these local coaches, these teams, that you have to be playing 100% your best ball when that tournament comes around because one hiccup and you're looking at next year and you're starting your summer.
For sure. Let's talk about these two teams here today, the Indian Valley Lady Braves and the Strasburg Lady Tigers, the coaches. Tom Spidell of Strasburg and Dusty Braun of Indian Valley. Both very veteran coaches. Of course, Coach Spidell with a state championship last year. Dusty Braun, very successful here at Indian Valley. 2 great coaches in our area. Just like we talk about in football season, just littered with great coaches around the area. Softball the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. These two obviously the records speak for themselves. What they've done the last several years speaks for itself. And it all starts with the coaches, the programs they put in place, and all those teams that we talked about in Division II, Division III, Division IV. It all starts with the coaches at those respective schools too.
Well, we're going to take a break, come back, and we'll be joined in the dugout with Strasburg head coach Tom Spidell. That's after this. You're listening to Big Z Sports and with Claxon Communications, our stream. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Hit that subscribe button, and every time we go live, you will be notified as soon as that happens. Again, we're going to take a break and come back with head coach Tom Spidell. After this with Big Z Sports.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show. Joe Geckler in the dugout with Strasburg Lady Tigers head coach Tom Spidell. Coach, you're headed into the final stretches of the regular season. Tournament draws on the horizon this Sunday. How do you feel your club's playing?
Oh, we've been pretty steady all season, been playing pretty well. The 2 games that we've lost, maybe we haven't necessarily hit our best or played our best, but played good enough to give us a chance to win, and that's always what you want. So, we're looking forward to today, playing a really good Indian Valley team to get us prepared for the tournament and be ready to go.
Coach, we're in Gnadenhutten. The Indian Valley Lady Braves are the opponent. They got you the first time around. What's going to be the message for a revenge game here today?
Oh, it's just, going to be, can we hit the ball? Can we put the ball in play? We did not do very well last time against Mia. She's a great pitcher, so that'll be a challenge for us. And then hopefully Amelia's still pitching like she did the last time and can hold them at least to 1 run, if not less. And hopefully we can get a win.
Finally, Coach, what are your 3 keys for the Lady Tigers to gain the revenge and knock off the Lady Braves here today?
Sure, it's definitely putting the ball in play, less strikeouts, playing good, solid defense and pitching, and then finding a way to get that run.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck here today.
Thank you.
That was Strasburg head coach Tom Spidell joining me in the dugout, presented by the Commercial and Savings Bank. Coming up next, I'll be joined in the dugout by Indian Valley head coach Dusty Braun right here with Big Z Sports.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show. Joe Geckler in the dugout with Indian Valley head coach Dusty Braun, presented by the Commercial and Savings Bank. Coach, with a tournament draw coming up this Sunday, how do you feel your team's playing?
Well, I think we've hit our stride here. I hope we didn't peak too soon, but we've put 4 quality wins here to go. And then we had a, I don't want to call it a minor week, but a slow week till this Thursday. And we got 2 huge games on Saturday, returning state champ Van Vert and Pick North. So I think we've hit our stride. I hope we didn't peak too soon, but we're playing better softball.
Coach, you got them the first time around. You're hosting the defending state champions, Division IV. What's the message to the girls before they hit the field today?
Score 3 runs. score 3 runs. I think that's enough for me today. I don't want Tommy to be offended, but if we score 3 runs, I'm comfortable with where I'm at.
Finally, Coach, what are your 3 keys for the Lady Braves to knock off the Lady Tigers here today?
Well, I think if you're a fan of Indian Valley softball, our execution's been terrible at times. Clutch hitting in tight situations, bunting to move runners. That's my number 1 key to here. We have to execute the small ball side and deliver a hit with runners in score position. Number 2 is we have to be better in the situation in the infield. We got to be better communications-wise. We've missed some cuts here lately and some stuff that might cost you in a big game. And last but not least, be you. And that's what I've been trying to tell the girls. Don't play outside of who you are, and that's where we're trying to be. I got some girls that are veterans that sometimes maybe play out of the circle that I want them to play in.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck here today.
Hey, thank you guys for the coverage, and go Braves.
That was Indian Valley head coach Dusty Braun joining me in the dugout, presented by the Commercial and Savings Bank. Coming up next, the WM Commercial Roofing starting lineups and first pitch of the Lady Tigers and Lady Braves right here with Big Z Sports.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Michele Ione. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios, getting ready for first pitch between Indian Valley and Strasburg on the softball side of things. Take a real quick look at the starting lineups first for the Strasburg Lady Tigers. Number 19, Amelia Spidell. She leads off and in his circle today for the Lady Tigers. Number 99, Lily Myers is in left field. She bats second. Number 16, Olivia Spidell at shortstop. She bats third. Batting cleanup, number 43, Maggie Richards in center field. The catcher, Sid Sibla. She wears number 26 and bats fifth. Batting sixth, number 9, Emma Gilkerson. She's at first base. Batting seventh, number 55, Ada Richards. She is at second base today. Number 7, Audrey Allensworth. She's in the 8 hole and playing third base. And batting ninth, number 77, Riley Becker. She's in right field. Again, Spidell, Myers, Spidell, Richards, Sibla, Gilkerson, Richards, Allensworth, and Becker in that order for the Lady Tigers. Now for the Indian Valley Lady Braves, number 6, Gracie Hudnall at catcher leading off. Batting second, number 7, Mia Rose. She's in the circle today for the Lady Braves. Number 21, Gabby Mead at first base. Number 25, Brooklyn Sanders. She's the designated player today, batting fourth. Batting fifth, number 1, Ashley Baker. She's at shortstop. Number 15, Cam Enos in center field. She's batting sixth. Number 20, Bailey Waldron. She's at second, batting seventh. Number 9, Sadie Dryden's in right field, batting eighth. And batting ninth, number 12, Aubrey McPeak. She is in left field. Again, Hudnall, Rose, Mead, Sanders, Baker, Enos, Waldron, Dryden, and McPeak for the Indian Valley Lady Braves. The teams are warming up, Adam, and it's going to be a fun one here today. Of course, a battle of prominent pitchers in our area with Mia Rose and Amelia Spidell.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of those matchups that when the schedule comes out and you know what each team has, this is one you circle right away. You know you want to be here, you want to see it because it's going to be one of the best games in the area.
For sure. Again, the defensive alignment today for the Indian Valley Lady Braves: McPeak in left, Enos in center, Dryden in right, Hudnall behind the plate, Mead at first, Waldron at second, Baker, Ashley at shortstop, and Celeste Rummel at third base. And in the circle today, Mia Rose for the Indian Valley Lady Braves. They are wearing their white pants with red, white, and blue stripes down the side. Their red jerseys with blue sleeves, white stripes, red stripes as well, blue numerals trimmed in white, white lettering on the back of the jersey. And we are about ready for the first pitch here at Indian Valley High School between the Lady Braves and Lady Tigers. First pitch coming up. Mia Rose gets what she wants, steps in the circle, twists, and delivers. Swung on and driven down to third base, off the glove of the third baseman Rummel, and Amelia Spidell reaches first on a hard hit down the third base line. I'll give her a single on that. That was a tough play for the third baseman.
Yeah, that was a hard hit ball there by Spidell. She jumped on the first pitch, and that might be the approach by the Tigers. You know, don't get deep in the count against Rose because it'll get tougher.
So Spidell leads off the game. First pitch and a base hit. So she's on first, brings in number 99, Lily Myers. First pitch, swinging again, grounded to short. They try to get two, and she is safe as Spidell slides in safely at second. So a fielder's choice, and Spidell beats it out at second.
Yeah, hustle down the line there, and you can see it, Joe. They're jumping on the first pitch. That's going that'll cause Coach Dusty Braun to kind of change the pitch calling a little bit, not try to get that first pitch strike.
So now Olivia Spidell, the shortstop, number 16, steps in against Rose. First pitch, strike one right over the middle of the plate. No balls and one strike now to Olivia Spidell, the freshman shortstop for the Lady Tigers, the younger sister of Amelia Spidell and daughter of Tom Spidell. 0-1 pitch, change up out in front of it for strike two. No balls and two strikes now to Olivia Spidell. On deck, Maggie Richards in center field and Sid Sibla in the hole for the Lady Tigers. 2 on, nobody out. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and lined into right field for a base hit. Amelia Spidell touches third, rounding, heads home, and it's cut off, and she is safe. And they got her at third base. They got Lily Myers. She rounded third a little bit too far. She was tagged out by Celeste Drummel. Did a nice job to keep the glove on her as she rounded third. They threw back to second to try to get Olivia Spidell at second, but that throw was unsuccessful. But they did get a run in, and the Braves got one out on the play.
Yeah, it was a good play there by Mia Rose. I believe it was Gabby Mead with the cut there on the throw from right to make that play at third base.
First pitch, a ball to Maggie Richards. Center fielder wears number 43, bats from the left side. One run in on the RBI single by Olivia Spidell. Next pitch on the outside corner, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Maggie Richards. Olivia Spidell on second base. 1 run in, 1-0. Strasburg leads Indian Valley. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off down the left field line and out of play for strike two. On deck, Sid Sibla. And in the hole, Emma Gilkerson for the Lady Tigers. 1 out here at the top of the first inning. Runner on second is Olivia Spidell. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and dribbled down the first base line. The first baseman, Mead, picks it up and steps on first for out number 2. In the meantime, Olivia Spidell advances over to third base.
Yeah, the Tigers, as I mentioned before, Joe, they definitely came out of the dugout swinging tonight. I mean, they weren't first pitch. Sometimes when you're facing a good pitcher, that's the best approach. Your best pitch you're going to see is likely going to be that first one.
Number 26, Sydney Sibla, steps in, takes a strike on the corner. So no balls and 1 strike to the catcher for the Lady Tigers. You have a mentality in softball. You got a stud pitcher like Mia Rose. I mean, she's probably going to try to bring the heat the first pitch, and most teams know that.
Yes.
The 0-1 pitch going to be low for ball 1.
Yeah, she throws hard. You know, Amelia does the same thing. The pitchers are taught you want to get that first pitch strike because once you have an 0-1 count, you're then in control of the entire at-bat because you can control where the location of every other pitch is going to be.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and lined off the first base dugout fence for strike 2. Is Mia Rose the hardest throwing pitcher in the area?
She very well could be.
Yeah.
I know that she's low to mid-60s whenever she.
And that's equivalent to what, like 90-some miles an hour?
Yeah, mid-90s in baseball.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So she brings it for sure. So 1-2 count on Sid Sibla. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 and out number 3 of the top of the first inning. But the Lady Tigers get on the board with an RBI single from Olivia Spidell and lead the Lady Braves 1-0 back with the bottom of the first after this with Big Z Sports.
Amici's Pizza congratulates the Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves for their outstanding years and wish them all the best. Amici's Pizza serves your favorite traditional pizzas and specialty pizzas. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Pizza is loved by most. It's been around for years. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette and now in Gnadenhutten. Big city taste for a small town price.
Is your commercial roof leaking and causing damage, but you can't afford to fully replace your roof? WM Commercial Roofing believes in finding solutions that will work best to fit both your budget and your needs. We customize repair and maintenance plans that will fix your roof leaks and extend the life of your roof so that you can have peace of mind. WM Commercial Roofing. Commercial roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Bottom of the first inning, Strasburg leads 1-0 over the Lady Braves of Indian Valley. Real quick, line up again for the Indian Valley Lady Braves. Hudnall, Rose, Meade, Sanders, Baker, Enos, Waldron, Dryden, and McPeak in that order for the Lady Braves. But a nice inning there at the top of the first, Adam, for the Lady Tigers to get on the board and strike blood or draw blood early.
Yeah, whenever you're the visiting team, especially in a matchup like this, to be able to get a run, right out of the chute, that's a perfect scenario if you're Coach Tom Spidell.
So number 6, Gracie Hudnall steps in, the catcher. She does a nice job behind the plate defensively and calling pitches for Mia Rose. But they do a nice job together, the 1-2 tandem for the Lady Braves. So Hudnall steps in. Where's number 6? Bats from the right side. Olivia Spidell over at shortstop, her sister, with the first pitch, strike one to Gracie Hudnall. Amelia Spidell in the circle today. Where's number 19? Throws from the left side as she bats him from the left side as well. Now the 0-1 pitch. Just high for ball one.
Another thing pitchers try to do, especially whenever they're starting a game, they're trying to figure out where the umpire's zone is at. So they'll try to start playing with corners, up levels, up and down. Try to locate that zone because then that helps them going through the game.
The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled off to the screen for strike two. One thing I've noticed about Amelia Spidell, when she's hitting her spot, she's very tough to hit. And if she's not getting that outside corner or the inside corner, she tends to walk a few batters.
Well, most pitchers will agree, I think, that if they're not getting the corners, it makes the game very, very difficult on them.
For sure. Now the 1-2 pitch. Just outside for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Gracie Hudnall.
Yeah, those like that there, Joe. Those pitches are not missing by much. You can usually tell by the catcher if they frame it for a split second afterward. That's kind of their way of saying that was pretty close.
2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the first as Spidell gets Hudnall swinging. Now steps in number 7, Mia Rose, the pitcher. She bats from the right side. Hudnall, one of 3 seniors for the Lady Braves. Mia Rose is one of the 3 seniors as well as Cam Enos, as she just misses the first pitch outside.
Yeah, pretty cool thing for all 3 of those seniors. They're all going to go to the next level and play college softball. That's a testament to their hard work that they've put in. Mia is going to be playing for Malone next year.
Awesome. 1-0 pitch fouled off to the screen to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Love it when kids go on to the next level, no matter what. If they're playing softball, if it's golf, it's soccer, it's football, whatever. It's great to see those kids go on and do great things. Track and field as well. Sometimes they don't get all the recognition that some other sports do. Change up just outside for ball 2. They wanted that call in the Tigers dugout, didn't get it. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Mia Rose.
Yeah, athletes have sometimes forgotten that they're not only doing it, they're not only excelling in that sport, but they're also excelling in the classroom.
Swung on and missed, strike 2 as Mia Rose swings and misses to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Allensworth playing way in on Mia Rose. I'm not sure I would do that. I'm not sure. I mean, I never liked playing third, and we played at 90-foot bases, and I didn't like playing third. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled off to the screen. Count remains even at 2-2 to Mia Rose.
You know, a lot of times, obviously, Mia's not really a bunting threat, but a lot of times these girls, they get comfortable. They're so used to playing up. You know, in Strasburg, they're known to play their third baseman up. That's just their comfort zone. That's just where they like to play.
On deck for the Lady Braves, Gabby Mead, then Brooklyn Sanders in the hole for the Lady Braves. 2-2 pitch fouled off down the right field line and out of play. The count remains now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the first, 1-0. Strasburg leads Indian Valley. They get 1 run in the top of the first on an RBI single by Olivia Spidell. Nice crowd on hand here at Indian Valley, lined around the outfield fence. The 2-2 pitch is going to be a changeup in the dirt. I think that might have slipped out of Amelia Spidell's hand there.
Yeah, obviously trying to throw that off-speed pitch on the outside part of the plate, and it just didn't quite get there.
Now the count full to Mia Rose, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The payoff pitch. Swung on, again, fouled off back behind us. The count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Talk a little bit about a team that you're familiar with, the Lady Quakers. They are where today?
They're actually at home.
At
against,
home?
They're playing Tusky Valley on senior night.
Okay.
Yep, it's senior night.
So if Sarah was a senior, you wouldn't be here.
No, I wouldn't be here if it was.
Payoff pitch just outside for ball 4. First walk of the game issued by Amelia Spidell, and that's to the opposing pitcher, Mia Rose. And now step in is Gabby Mead.
Going to get a courtesy runner here for Mia Rose.
Yep, courtesy runner. Number 5, Haley Kearns, going to run in and be a courtesy runner for Mia Rose. Gabby Mead steps in, the first baseman for the Lady Braves. Runner on first after the walk. That's Kearns running for Rose. Going to be a strike to Gabby Mead. Is your daughter Sarah pitching tonight?
No.
No.
Okay. She's not.
That probably made it a little easier for you to step away and come do a game.
Yeah.
Obviously, Shannon Thomas supposed to do the game with me today, and he had a family obligation that popped up that he needed to attend to.
Absolutely.
So good for you to step in, and I know we appreciate that as Gabby Mead swings and misses. It makes the count 0 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, the Braves really want to try to get that runner at first, at least get her into scoring position here, get her moved over to second base if possible.
0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. They throw down to first, and Kearns gets back. So 2 outs, both coming via the strikeout. Hudnall the first one. Gabby Mead there on the third strike. Now brings in number 25, Brooklyn Sanders. Sanders is the designated player today. On deck, Ashley Baker, the shortstop for the Lady Braves. First pitch, strike 1, called by the home plate umpire.
Designated player, again, is similar to the DH role, which was a role I loved when I was in high school. Coach, I can just hit? Okay.
Sweet, I'll just hit them. See, I come from a National League town. I hate the DH. But strike 2, they throw down to second, and she beats it as Spidell drops the ball. Cannot hang on to it as she's trying to gather the throw from Sibla.
I think, Joe, I think she had it, and I think that collision actually just kind of popped it loose. I think that the runner was actually going to be out, but then, again, that collision at the base popped the ball away.
Good eyes from Adam Soweski. Now the count, 0 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here, bottom of the first. Strasburg leads Indian Valley 1-0. Looks like we got some Indian Valley football players and athletes coming over to watch the girls and cheer on their teammates, their classmates, I should say. The 0-2 pitch just outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful day for some high school sports, whether it be softball, basketball, or baseball, or track and field. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, not so much.
Yeah, not so much.
Nicest day of the week. You know, it gets crappier after that. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and out number 3 here in the bottom of the first. So after 1, Strasburg 1, Indian Valley 0. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Willendale Golf Cart Sales is conveniently located right in the heart of Strasburg on North Worcester Avenue. They are your one-stop shop for easy-go vehicles, Textron off-road vehicles, and Cushman vehicles. Once you choose your cart, then the fun begins at Willendale as they have all the accessories to deck it out. Willendale Golf Cart Sales pride themselves in providing great customer service in their sales, parts, and service departments. To see all the great reviews and to learn more, find Willendale Golf Cart Sales on Facebook.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Top of the second inning, Strasburg leads Indian Valley 1-0 on an RBI single by Olivia Spidell back in the top of the first. 3 batters to start off the inning for the Lady Tigers: Emma Gilkerson, Ada Richards, and Audrey Allensworth. Riley Becker, if we were to get that far, then back to the top of the order after that.
Yeah, Ella Gilkerson leading off for the Tigers. She hit her 4th home run of the season this week, so she's, as a freshman, off to a great start for her career.
She wants to have her own legacy.
Yes.
Not like her sister,
Yeah.
but her sister had a great career here. I believe it was only 3 years, technically.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was a COVID year.
This, after this pitch.
Strike one taken by Gilkerson.
This is the senior class. They were all freshmen whenever COVID hit, so that everybody that's a senior this year, they all have lost. They lost a year of their high school as freshmen.
The 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball number 1.
And worth mentioning, Mia Rose earlier this week also surpassed 500 strikeouts in her career, and that's in 3 years, 47 games.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah,
that's over 10 a game.
Yeah.
Oh my
so it
goodness.
just shows you the dominance. I know that they'd like to see how many innings it was. Because obviously there's probably some 5-inning wins in there,
Sure.
too.
Oh, yeah.
So what a career she's had.
She's going on to Malone.
Yes, she is. Yep.
So now 1-1 pitch to Emma Gilkerson. She's going to hit it down third, and that's going to be a foul ball for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did I say Emma?
Yeah.
I did say Emma, didn't I? I have it written down as Emma.
Well,
hard habit to break.
They didn't
Ella.
do you any justice.
They-
just changing the 2 little middle letters.
I know. Sorry, Spidell. That was my fault. I knew I was going to do it eventually. I was been pretty good this year. But Ella Gilkerson, how about that? She lines one into right field. I think she heard me call her Emma.
Yeah.
She put a little aggression into that swing.
She
And
said, yeah, you said the right name. She got a hit.
Yes, she did. Line drive single into right field for Ella Gilkerson, the freshman for the Lady Tigers. Now steps in number 55, Ada Richards. She bats from the left side. Just like her sister Maggie, she's going to square and bunt, offers at it for strike 1.
And this is something that the Tigers are very well known for. They're going to take they're going to try to lay a bunt down here to advance the runner.
The 0-1 pitch, going to be a bunt down the first base line, fielded by Meade, throws on to first and gets the runner on the sacrifice bunt by Ada Richards as Gilkerson moves up to second base.
Good sacrifice bunt there by Ada Richards. That's like I said, anytime you can get a runner in scoring position with 1 out, you're really setting the table for the inning to at least get 1 across the plate.
Audrey Allensworth, the third baseman, steps in. Wears number 7, bats from the right side. First pitch to her. Strike on the corner. No balls and 1 strike now to Audrey Allensworth, the third baseman. The 0-1 pitch. Turns, squares. She offers at it for a strike. Unable to pull the bat back in time. So no balls and 2 strikes to Allensworth. Runner on second is Ella Gilkerson. It's going to be outside for ball number 1. Kind of a waste pitch there, I think, from Mia Rose. Maybe try to get her to chase it.
Yeah, as a pitcher, when you're up 0-2, that's what the goal is. You don't want to put anything over the plate. You want to get them to try to chase, keep it close where it's you have to consider it.
1-2 pitch, changeup, bounces it off the plate into foul territory.
Coaching staff for the Tigers getting a little. You want to see him come out of the box on that, because if you notice, Joe, that ball was starting to trickle back towards fair territory.
Sure.
And once it hits that line, it's in play.
It could have definitely trickled back fair, and coach is telling her to run no matter what.
Yes.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Allensworth. Rose's 1-2 pitch. Just low for ball 2. I don't know quite where that missed. If I had to guess, like I said,
I would say
just low.
Yeah.
We're to the right, or to the third base side of home plate. The 2-2 pitch just inside to run the count full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Those are tough pitches to not get the call, but they're also tough pitches it's to be taking whenever you have 2 strikes on you.
And a payoff pitch. Changeup inside for ball 4. Mia Rose wanted that pitch, as did the catcher Gracie Hudnall. Didn't get it though. First walk of the ball game. It goes to Allensworth. She's on first now with Gilkerson on second. Brings in the right fielder Riley Becker. Bats from the left side. Wears number 77. Some weird numbers for the Strasburg Lady Tigers, I must say. Not your traditional numbers you see. As she is a slap hitter, tries to go at it and takes strike 1. You got a 19, a 99, a 43, a 26, a 55, and a 77.
Hey, use them all, right?
Yeah. Kind of like the Yankees. All these numbers are retired, probably as good as Strasburg's been the last 50 years.
Yeah, exactly.
8 state titles. And
yeah, they're running out of numbers.
They are running out of numbers.
They tell them at the youth level, hey, you're going to have to pick a weird number to stick with in your career.
Pick a lineman number. You realize the Yankees have no single digits left.
That's
0.
true, yeah.
All of them are retired. No balls and 1 strike to Becker. She runs up in the box to try to hit it as Gilkerson takes off for third, and she is safe. As the runner at second, Allensworth, moves up on the throw as well. So a stolen base for Gilkerson.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Joe, what set that up is Gilkerson got a nice secondary lead on the pitch, which gets her way off the base. As soon as that ball hit the dirt, she was moving, and that's what made the stolen base, made it happen for the Tigers.
Now the 1-1 pitch just outside for ball 2. So does Allensworth get a credit for a stolen base?
No.
Or defensive indifference?
I think it's a defensive indifference. Yeah, because the play's obviously at third, especially with the throw there.
2-1 pitch. She bunts at it this time for strike 2 and misses. Runs the count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Strasburg leads Indian Valley 1-0. Becker on deck, Amelia Spidell. The 2-2 pitch. Outside corner, strike 3. As Becker strikes out looking, and they throw down to third to try to get Gilkerson sleeping, but she gets back in time, and that goes back to the top of the order and brings in Amelia Spidell. She singled on her first at bat off the glove of the third baseman, Rummel. We talked in the in-between innings after the top of the first, and you said I would have given an error on that, but man, such a hard hit. She's playing
it was tough. It's one of those tweeners where
if she would have been playing at regular depth, like even with the bag or maybe a step behind and she did that, then yeah, that would have been it. But she was playing like 5 feet in front of the bag, so that's the only reason I gave her a hit. But I see your reasoning though behind it. So Amelia Spidell steps in with runners on second and third. She's 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a run scored.
Coach Dusty Braun there just took a minute to go out and talk to his pitcher. Get a game plan here now that they've reached the top of the lineup again.
First pitch, outside corner, strike 1. One thing I love about softball is the dugouts. I love when they get loud, and you don't hear that in baseball. You hear it in softball. I think it's a really cool thing. Some of the chants they come up with is pretty creative. Looks like she's got dirt in her eye. Does the catcher Gracie Hudnall
looking for some solution?
Yeah. Contacts are a great thing until you get dirt in the eye.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like this, it's got to be real gritty in there. It can't be real comfortable.
I thought for some reason they had turf here at the softball diamond.
No, it's coming.
It's coming.
If you notice around the field, all the concrete around the
Yeah.
all the way around the fencing and the dugouts.
Okay.
They got that set because then the infield will get done. I think it's after this season. This will be the last season that's dirt.
Okay. Because the baseball diamond right over the right field fence here, of course, they have turf on the infield and grass in the outfield. Beautiful facility over there.
Yes.
Indian Valley's done a nice job with their facilities here over the last few years. Baseball, softball, and their nice, 3 years old now, the football stadium,
Yes.
the Brotherhood HVAC stadium back there. Fun to call a game from there. Hopefully we get down. I think week 3 we'll probably have an opportunity to come here.
Yeah, there, and then I think it's week 7
against
Garaway. I
yep.
think so. Yeah, those are I know that those are two. Briefly looking at the football schedule, I know that those are two that are. Well, again, as we talk in softball, there's no-brainers. Football's got some no-brainers too.
Absolutely, there's at least 2 or 3 every year, no-brainers. The 0-1 pitch inside for ball 1. Of course, week 3, Indian Valley, they host the Dover Tornadoes.
Yes.
That'll be a fun game to come down. That game did not get played. Was it 2 years ago, I believe?
Yeah,
for
2 years.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID. Yep.
And then so Indian Valley gets the home game with the Dover Tornadoes. The 1-1 pitch, just outside and low. So that'll be fun. Of course, the Garaway Pirates back down here as they get the ball.
Fortunately, that ball didn't trickle into the outfield. Good job there by Ashley Baker to be paying attention because that goes any further, Tigers have another run on the board.
Yeah, that was a scary throw there and a 2-1 pitch. Change up high for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Amelia Spidell. The pitcher today for the Lady Tigers facing the pitcher today for the Lady Braves. Spidell versus Rose. 3-1. Count to Spidell. Runners on second and third. 1 out. 2 outs, excuse me. 3-1 count. And the pitch. Outside, ball 4.
In that situation, Joe, that's especially when the count goes to 3-1, first base is already open with 2 outs. That's not a real detrimental walk because now you have a force at any bag to get the third out in the inning.
Number 99, Lily Myers steps in. She grounded out, or a sacrifice, or fielder's choice, excuse me, as she takes strike 1. Fielder's choice back in the first inning, got a runner over. No balls and 1 strike to Myers. The pitch going to be high and outside for ball 1. 1-0 top of the second. Strasburg leads Indian Valley. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to the number 2 hitter, Lily Myers, who's in left field today for the Lady Tigers. She swings. Nice play by Mia Rose to snag it and throw on to first to get Myers for out number 3. So after 1.5, the Tigers still lead 1-0. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler and Adam Saweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Bottom of the second, Lady Tigers of Strasburg lead Indian Valley 1-0. Ashley Baker, Cam Enos, and Bailey Waldron, the first 3 here in the inning for the Lady Braves. Spidell in the circle with the first pitch, and she drops it. Does that count as a ball?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I've never seen that happen before.
It happens. Sometimes, actually, something that's more frequent is the ball will actually hit the pitcher's thigh because it's so tight to their body.
1-0 pitch, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. I've seen like major league players, like baseball players, like drop the ball or, it comes out of the glove, but I've never seen it like in a windup.
Yeah, it actually happens more times than you would think.
The 2-0 pitch over the middle of the plate for strike 1. Baker plays shortstop, wears number 1, bats from the right side. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. It'll be low for ball 3. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Strasburg. 3 balls and 1 strike to Baker. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 2, runs the count full to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
As a hitter now, it's anything that's close. You want to get the bat on the ball, put it in play. You don't want to get rung up looking.
And the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the screen. Count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Baker did a good job of wasting that pitch. That was a good spot on the outside part of the plate.
So Baker, Enos, and Waldron, the first 3 up in this inning for the Lady Braves. Dryden if we get that far. Now the payoff pitch. High for ball 4. Walk number 2 of the game for Amelia Spidell. This time goes to Ashley Baker, the shortstop. Steps in now number 15, Cam Enos, the center fielder.
I forgot to mention, Joe, actually Amelia last night she threw a no-hitter against Malvern.
She did.
13 Ks.
Yeah, she wasn't even supposed to pitch that game.
Oh, no.
No. I was talking to her before the game about it. She said, yeah, I wasn't even supposed to pitch. And literally, she said, Dad, which is Coach Spidell, came to me a half hour before, said, hey, I need you tonight.
Oh, well.
And she's like, okay.
Coach calls, you got to be ready,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Cam Enos swings and misses on the first pitch for strike 1. Yeah, no-hitter. What, they win 13-0?
13-0, yeah.
I was kidding her. I said, I've called a state championship game, but I've never called a no-hitter or a perfect game. So she's like, well, I think the state title game is a little more special, right? And I said, yeah, a little bit. As Enos fouls the next pitch out of play over the first base dugout, counting out no balls and 2 strikes.
Cam Enos, another senior on the Braves team. She's going to be going to Alderson Broadus. It's a college down in West Virginia.
Okay.
That's where she's going to be playing her college softball.
0-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off behind us. Count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first after a walk. Ashley Baker drew a full count walk from Amelia Spidell. If you remember in that at bat, the very first pitch of the inning, she kind of hit her leg with the ball and it fell to the grass. So that was 1 ball, so it wasn't really even a pitch, but things like that happen.
Yeah, it worked enough to get the Indian Valley runner on base.
Yes, it did. The 0-2 pitch, just high for ball 1. Of course, the NFL draft tonight, Adam.
Yeah.
Your team, my team. Your team picks before my team. That doesn't happen very often, but last couple of years it has. But, you excited to watch it? Are you going to watch it?
If I can. I got some stuff I got to get done when I get home.
And a pitch going to be in the dirt. Fire down to first and try to get Baker going back as the count runs even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Steelers pick win. Was it like
15 or 16, I believe.
Okay. And my Bengals are like 27, I think.
Yeah, like I said, for like the last 27 years, Pittsburgh will probably take a linebacker.
And that linebacker will end up being an all-pro. And a line drive single into left field under the glove of Gilkerson for a base hit off the bat of Cam Enos, the first hit of the ball game for the Lady Braves. So I get no hitter tonight.
Nope, no hitter.
I could give her an error though.
Good. Never.
You would have.
Yeah. That was a nice piece of hitting there by Cam Enos, and the Braves got something going here with no outs, 2 runners on. The playbook's wide open for Coach Dusty Braun.
Bailey Waldron now steps in, the second baseman, wears number 20, bats from the right side. Runners on first and second. Baker on second, Enos on first. First pitch. Going to be a bunt and foul for strike 1. Yeah, so every year, like you said, the Steelers take linebackers and they all become all-pro Hall of Famers. And
somehow it's weird to think that they can all be on the field at the same time, but it does tend to work out that way.
Browns, of course, no pick until late tomorrow night in the second round.
Yeah.
So we'll don't have to worry about them for 2 days, essentially. Now the 0-1 pitch to Waldron. She turns and squares the bunt, and that's going to be outside. Oh, they throw it into left field. Nice backup, though, by the left fielder. The left fielder did a nice job, and Lily Myers to back that up. That throw sailed on Sibla, or that would have been the first run of the ball game for the Lady Braves as they steal second and third.
That's what we always said, when the kids were growing up. Everybody thinks that the outfield, it's a boring position. It's not boring if you play it the right way, because that left fielder has to be hustling after every pitch to be in position to make that backup.
Great heads-up play there by Lily Myers to be backing that throw up. If not, like I said, that would have got 1 run, maybe 2, depends on where the throw would have went.
Yeah, it's hard telling where that, because it was a strong throw. It wasn't deflected in any way, so that thing was going to be carrying some speed into the outfield.
So a meeting at the mound with the infielders. They break that huddle now and come back with runners on second and third, with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. A 1-1 count to Bailey Waldron. On deck, Sadie Dryden. And the next pitch.
The corners for Strasburg, they're looking to give the Bailey Waldron high five here, as tight as they're playing. It's a bunt situation, so.
That's the difference between baseball and softball. You could get a bunt here. She bunts it out in front. The runner comes home, and the tag at the plate held on to by Sibla, and she is out at the plate. Nice play by Amelia Spidell to cut down the runner at the plate for out number 1.
Yeah, she did a good job there blocking the plate. Made it very difficult for Baker to be able to get to the plate, and Spidell did a good job recognizing that the runner was coming in.
So explain this. You've been around softball for a long time. The last couple of years I've learned the game a lot. But why is I'm a baseball-minded guy. Why is that a bunting situation in softball?
Well, I don't know that runner should have been as far down the line as she was, especially seeing where that bunt went. When it goes right back to the pitcher is the worst spot it can go, especially with the Tigers up like this. Their play is going to be at home. Your only goal would be to punch it through.
Okay.
Otherwise, if your runner doesn't come off far, you could actually end up with the bases loaded when it's done.
First pitch to Sadie Dryden, going to be a strike. So no balls and 1 strike now. Interesting.
It's small ball. I mean, it's a big part of softball. If it's done the right way, it can really be a good thing.
So no balls, 1 strike to Sadie Dryden. First pitch, strike 2 called. So runners on first is Bailey Waldron. On third is Cam Enos. 1 out here, bottom of the second inning. Strasburg leads Indian Valley 1-0. Aubrey McPeak on deck for the Lady Braves. And the 0-2 pitch just outside for ball 1. Nice job by Sibla to keep that ball in front of her.
One thing I'm a little shocked by so far, Joe, is normally in softball, runner on third, runner on first, you tend to send that runner to second because a lot of times they're not going to throw. So I'm kind of surprised to still see her standing there.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 2 here in the bottom of the second inning. Spidell and the Tigers needed that strikeout.
Yeah, the Braves, they were in the perfect situation. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Now they're at first and third with 2 outs. So it makes the situations a little bit more difficult now for the Braves.
Steps in Aubrey McPeak, the left fielder for the Lady Braves. First pitch. Right over the heart of the plate for strike 1.
Well, I told everybody first 1 to 2 would win.
You may be right. Dusty Braun in the pregame said, "Hey, Coach, what's going to be the message to your club?" And he said, "I need 3 runs." That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch going to be outside for ball 1. He's like, "I don't want to make Coach Spidell mad, but I think we get 3 runs, we're going to win." I'm like, well, if you get 3 runs right now, you're going to win.
You have 2 dominant pitchers on the mound. Three is almost like 30 in a normal game.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Aubrey McPeak now in a hole at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here, bottom of the 2nd inning. Runners on 1st and 3rd. You have Enos on 3rd and Waldron on 1st. Spidell out of the circle, looks down at the wristband, now drops the rosin bag, steps onto the rubber. Deep breath. And fires the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to do it for the Lady Braves here in the bottom of the 2nd. They leave 2 on, could not score a run, and the Lady Tigers still lead 1-0 back after this with Big Z Sports.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Gnadenhutten, or call 740-254-4626.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Top of the 3rd, Strasburg leads 1-0. Olivia Spidell steps in and takes one in the dirt for ball 1.
Olivia looking to do what she did in the first at bat tonight. Hit that hard shot into right field for a single.
RBI single or first at bat. Now the 1-0 pitch. Just inside for ball 2. Adam, explain to the viewers the little spin that Mia Rose does before she pitches. What is that? The little twist?
That's just it. That's a routine. That's
Okay.
all that is.
Okay.
That's just a routine that makes her comfortable before the pitch.
And a 2-0 pitch grounded hard to shortstop on to first base as Baker flips on to Meade for out number 1.
So pitching in softball is a lot like golfers. You want that consistency in your swing. As a pitcher, you want that consistency.
Kind of like a timing thing?
Yeah, it's a timing thing.
Okay.
You want your motion. You want your motion to stay the same all the time, no matter what pitch you're throwing. So that's all a timing thing for me.
So 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Steps in Maggie Richards. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Takes strike 1 right over the middle of the plate.
We're talking about going to college. Maggie, she's going to be attending Baldwin Wallace up in the Cleveland area. She'll be playing softball up there for the whatever their mascot is.
The Eagles, maybe?
I forget.
She bloops one into left field, and that's going to be a base hit for Maggie Richards. Nice piece of hitting there by Richards. Gets a runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Of course, Maggie Richards, the thrower of the throw last spring or summer for the state title game, and the girl at batting is the recipient of the throw to get the final out in the state championship. Of course, Sydney Sibla steps in. She is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. First pitch, changeup inside for ball 1.
Yeah, Mia's really trying to work that inside part of the plate, and that's the umpire's just not really giving much in there. But he's been very consistent for both pitchers today.
Yes.
That's all you can ask. You want consistency.
If you're not going to call it for them, don't call it for the other team. Line drive, single into right field, under the glove of the first baseman, Meade. And Richards hustles all the way to 3rd and gets under the tag. Nice piece of base running by Maggie Richards on the single by Sydney Sibla. She moves up to 2nd on the throw. So runners on 2nd and 3rd now with 1 out, brings in Ella Gilkerson for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Joe, honestly, Sadie Dryden in right field, she did all she could. That was a great throw from right field. But Maggie, she's quick. She's a tough one. I mean, if she knows she can get there, she's going to get there.
Nice piece of base running by Maggie Richards, brings in Ella Gilkerson. She singled her first time up to right field. Inside corner, strike 1. Ella singled and then stole 3rd after she was moved up to 2nd. She's going to bunt down the line. It's going to go foul. Nice try there by the third baseman, Celeste Rummel, to grab that before it goes foul and just comes up short.
So back to that bunting situation you asked me about. So what Coach Spidell was trying to do there, the runner wasn't getting off third very far. So what would happen is third baseman would go back, but they would take the time to look her back. You could end up with Ella Gilkerson on first.
Line drive at the second baseman and caught. It looks like the runner gets back to second. Richards tags up and scores. What a crazy play. We have a line drive out caught by Bailey Waldron at second. She fires over to third to try to get the runner off. She gets back, does Maggie Richards. In the meantime, the second base runner, that would have been Sibla. She takes off for third and realizes, crap, she caught it. So she hustles back to second base, gets under the tag as they throw back, and then Richards heads up, runs home, and scores the run. A lot happened in about 5 seconds.
Ultimately, if Waldron would have just went to second, that runner was out to lunch because she was still midway.
5 feet from third base.
Yeah.
As Ada Richards takes strike one, but the Lady Tigers get a run on the board, and they lead now 2-0 with 2 outs here in the top of the third. 0-1 pitch, going to be outside for ball number 1. A lot can happen in 5 seconds in softball.
It really can, and that was a shot. Great play by Bailey Waldron, and she was heads up enough to know that to try to get the runner. Unfortunately, it was just the wrong one.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed.
And then there is a courtesy runner out there, Joe, number 2 for the Tigers. She's running for Sibla.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Lily Wiggs.
Sorry. Yeah, Lily Wiggs. My bad.
Or Lila
Wiggs. There's always I always forget about the courtesy
sneak them in
they
quick.
They do. I didn't even see it. My bad. Sorry, Lila. But it's good hustle there to get back to second base. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. But 1 run in on the, I guess you want to call it a sacrifice line drive. I don't know what you want to call it.
That would just be a throwing error.
after two and a half, Strasburg leads 2-0. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Service with a personal touch. We're your local guys for all your propane needs. You can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way to TMK. Service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Gnadenhutten Company believe in the value of relationships. Gnadenhutten Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Gnadenhutten Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Gnadenhutten facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Adam Sawecki in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios as the first pitch is popped up. Second baseman fields it and gets her at first as Gracie Hudnall was hustling down the first base line to beat that out. But the umpire says, nope, you are out as Hudnall tries to get a hit there to lead off at the bottom of the third inning, but 1 out.
Yeah, she hustled down the line, and those slow little pop fly just over the reach of Spidell, those are tough plays to make, and you can see how quick Richards had to throw it.
Ada Richards playing second base today. First pitch to Mia Rose, strike 1. Mia Rose walked her first time up. Of course, the courtesy runner. Then came in and stole second. Another strike over the middle of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Mia Rose turned and looked and had wide eyes. Not sure she agreed with that call, but hey, she's like, I'm in the circle. Can I get that too? So no balls and 2 strikes to Mia Rose. Spidell looking into the dugout, out of the circle. Get what she wants, drops the rosin bag and steps on to the rubber. 1 out here, bottom of the third. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the screen. Mia Rose stays alive just to get a piece of it right there. Bottom of the third. 1 out here as Strasburg leads Indian Valley 2-0. 1-0 was the final the first time around back in Strasburg. Change up, and Mia Rose stayed back. It seemed like it took that ball 4 days to get to the plate.
She did a great job of wasting that pitch because she was basically 3/4 of the way through her swing before she stopped to punch it away.
Just flipped the bat out there and got a piece of it.
Yep.
That's all she needed to do. But that changeup is deadly. If you're not ready for it and somebody drops it on you, it's like a changeup in baseball, man. It's like, oh. No balls and 2 strikes now, the 0-2 pitch. Just outside for ball number 1. Beautiful day here for some high school softball.
Oh, this is perfect.
Oh, beautiful day. Just glad it's not tomorrow. Another foul ball to the screen by Mia Rose. She keeps battling to stay alive in the hole at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not sure anything will happen sports-wise tomorrow. Big Z Sports due to do a game, right, Adam?
Yeah, the Dover New Philadelphia softball game, round 2, similar to this round 2. But no, the likelihood of that happening is slim and none, and I think Slim checked out yesterday.
Yeah, Slim left town.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss for strike 3 to Mia Rose, and out number 2 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Gabby Mead going to step in. She struck out her first at bat. 2 outs here, bottom of the 3rd. Brooklyn Sanders on deck for the Lady Braves as Mead steps in, the first baseman. Wears number 21. Spidell gets her signal, fires, swing and a miss by Mead for strike 1.
Really cool to see. This it's very similar to a Dover Philly game. Anytime a big rivalry softball game, they're lined all the way around the field. Really cool to see.
1 pitch is going to be high for ball 1. I remember when I moved here, the big rivalry in the area, just because I was in the community, but it was Garraway and Strasburg. Every year it was like Strasburg always got them. And then over the last few years, Garraway's got them a couple times to really beef up that rivalry. So they meet on Saturday, weather
permitting.
Weather permitting. So that ball is going to be fouled off for strike 2. But a lot of great rivalries. You have Indian Valley Claymont, Dover Philly, Strasburg Garraway. Even Indian Valley Strasburg has turned into a rivalry over the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And, you get a lot of good rivalries in all sports, and it's fun to be a part of rivalry games for sure.
Absolutely.
No balls, 2 strikes, or I'm sorry, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, the changeup, going to be outside for ball 2.
Yeah, Braves looking to get something going here with 2 outs. And as we see, we've already seen today, things can happen quick in softball. One base runner can turn into a run real quick.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. The count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a proven fact that nobody's ever gotten a hit on 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. See what happens here. As she fouled it off at 2-2-2. See if Gabby Mead can get a hit here on 2-2-2.
Okay.
Might be the first time it's ever happened. And the 2-2 pitch. Just outside for ball 3. Yeah, stays active.
Stays true.
Yep. Full count now to Gabby Mead, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Strasburg leads 2-0 over Indian Valley. Spidell calls time. Or the batter, Mead, calls time, excuse me.
Yep. Which is smart. You don't want to get frozen in the box when they're waiting to get their call.
Got to stay loose in there. She gets her sign, drops the rosin bag. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on and lined into right field over the head of Becker. It gets all the way to the fence for a long single as Gabby Mead stays put at first. Nice job by Becker to get back there quickly to get it as it kind of got over her head a little quicker than she imagined. Nice. She jumped for it, couldn't get it, but she gets the ball back in quickly to hold her to a single.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there by Gabby Mead. Obviously, Amelia Spidell was trying to work the outer part of the plate. So as a hitter, you're taught to go with the pitch, which would be for a right-handed batter. You want to hit that ball to right field. That's exactly what Gabby Mead did.
Now Brooklyn Sanders steps in, takes strike 1. Right on the corner. She struck out her first time at bat. Spidell has 6 strikeouts on the day through 2 2/3 innings. Now the 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Runner on first is Gabby Mead with the hard line drive single over the head of the right fielder, Riley Becker. In right field, one hop defense. Becker got back to it to hold Mead to a single. Just outside for ball 1.
Yeah, those are tough ones to take, Joe. Those pitches that they're, like I said, if they're, as a pitcher and the coach and the catcher, if they're looking for that to be a called strike, as a hitter, that's one you probably shouldn't be taking. You should probably try to at least try to foul it off.
Starts getting dark. The umpire wants to go home. He may start calling it. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3 as Brooklyn Sanders goes down swinging for out number 3 here in the 3rd inning. But after 3, Strasburg 2, Indian Valley nothing. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
This is Tuscarawas County Detective Lieutenant Adam Fisher. Underage drinking is illegal. As a parent, you cannot allow your child's underage friends to possess or consume alcohol on your property, not under any circumstance. As a law enforcement officer, I can confiscate any alcohol, money, or property used in committing this offense. Plus, you place yourself at legal risk for being sued.
This message brought to you by the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll County.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School as the first pitch to Audrey Allensworth is a strike. Top of the 4th inning, Strasburg leads 2-0. Mia Rose in the circle for the Lady Braves. The 0-1 pitch. Inside for ball number 1.
So you can see that strike zones, it can really affect pitchers, and it's affected both. I mean, Spidell's been able to work with it. Mia's, she's struggling a little bit more. But if you can't get your spots called, it makes it very difficult to be able to throw a game the way you want to.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Like maybe a little bit of an off-speed pitch there.
One thing about the Tigers, you can never not expect a bunt. Even with 2 strikes, it can come at any time.
1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off back behind home plate. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looks like some of the baseball players are out beyond center field watching the game here today. Nice crowd on hand for this big matchup. 1-2 pitch, going to be grounded to third. Picked up by Rummel, fired on to Mead at first for out number 1. Going to bring up number 77, Riley Becker, the right fielder. She struck out looking her first at bat back in the 2nd inning.
Slap attempt there, Becker. I'll tell you what, the slapping is a very difficult thing to defend because they can hit it anywhere, and they're getting a running start down the first base line.
Now Becker back into the box. Looks at it again. 1 ball and 1 strike to Riley Becker. Bunts at it again for strike 2. That one goes foul at 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Riley Becker. 2-0, top of the 4th inning, 1 out. Strasburg leads Indian Valley. 1-2 pitch. Slap down to second base. Picked up by the second baseman. Fires on to first and just does get her. Nice play there by Bailey Waldron to get a hustling Riley Becker down the line for out number 2.
It shows you how fast as a slapper they get out of the box. I mean, that ball never left the right side of the field, and it was still a close play at first.
I'm like, there's no chance that they're going to get her. And then I looked up, I'm like, oh, man, that was close. First pitch to Spidell, taps it back to the pitcher, Rose, and she fires on to Meade for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 4th. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Bottom of the 4th inning, Strasburg leads Indian Valley 2-0. Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Big thanks to our sponsors today, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. And, of course, coming up, we will have our Kime post-game and our McInturf Realty Player of the Game. That's at the conclusion of this one. But, hey, we got a lot of softball to be played yet as we're in the bottom of the 4th. Spidell pitching to Ashley Baker, and she takes ball 1. Instant replay today brought to you by Advancing Athletics.
Kind of a cool feature we added this year.
1-0 pitch down low for ball 2. They brought replay into football a little bit towards the end of the year, and I think basketball they did it a little bit. Now softball and baseball they've done it quite a bit. So, of course, the Claxon communications crew of Lydia, Brady, and Natalie Holbrook always does a nice job for us. 2-0 pitch fouled back to the screen for strike 1. We couldn't ask for a better crew from the Claxon communications crew, unless Casey was here. Maybe it'd be a little different. But Lydia, but I've seen a lot of Lydia over the last 10 months, and she's probably getting sick of me by now. I see her in football every week, and basketball, and now softball and baseball. But Lydia and Natalie do a great job. Ball in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Ashley Baker. She walked her first time up.
I'd say that's actually how the Braves started the 2nd inning. Baker walked to get on.
The 3-1 pitch, swung on and popped up. Sibla throws the mask off and runs under it and catches it for out number 1.
Nice play there. Sibla didn't get it right off the bat. Wasn't real sure, but just listening to her coach, knowing where to go, threw the mask off, made the play.
It's going to bring in number 15, Cam Enos, the center fielder. She singled for the first hit of the game for the Lady Braves. She got all the way to the 3rd and was stranded there. So 1 out here, bottom of the 4th inning. Strasburg leads 2-0. First pitch, change up. Enos way out in front, grounds it to 3rd, and Allensworth fires over to Gilkerson for out number 2.
Yeah, she didn't really get she froze her, but she did a good job trying to get the bat on the ball. Trying to, obviously, with an 0-0 count, the goal there is just to try to waste it because it's not a pitch you can drive. But Enos did a good job there to at least put the ball in play.
It's going to bring in Bailey Waldron. Takes first pitch low for ball 1. I'll ask you, your memory's better than mine. I have her as getting on base. Do you remember if she got a hit or a walk?
I believe it was a walk, if I'm not mistaken.
1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. for strike one. Your memory's better
Actually,
than mine because you're younger than me.
No, she was the one. She bunted it right back to Amelia Spidell, and that's when that play took place. So it was a fielder's choice.
Yeah,
yes.
fielder's choice.
Yeah. That was when the craziness began.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike two. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Waldron. Where's number 20? Bats from the right side. Outside corner. Just outside at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There it is again, 2-2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Lady Braves. Down by 2. Two pitch. Strike 3 called. And that's going to do it for the Lady Braves here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2-3 inning for Spidell and the Tigers. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Top of the 5th inning, Strasburg leads 2-0. And we have Lily Myers, Olivia Spidell, Maggie Richards, the first 3 here in the inning, as Myers is down in the count at no balls and 1 strike as she fouled off the first delivery from Mia Rose. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off again for strike 2.
I just got a text that made me laugh.
Yeah, can you repeat what that text
Yeah,
is?
it's I obviously
popped up in the infield. The second baseman goes out to shallow right field and makes the catch. Does Bailey Waldron for out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning.
Obviously, with New Philadelphia playing, I just wanted to get a score update to see how things were going, and they're winning 6-0 in the second.
Yeah.
Well, my wife then sends me and tells me that Sarah got a triple on a bunt. I said, that's not
possible.
I said, it's not a triple.
Yeah.
LOL. I said, at best, it's a single.
Single and 2 errors, or a throwing error. Yeah, my wife would have done the same thing. Sorry. I get it. Olivia Spidell steps in, checks her swing for ball 1. Oh, I get it. A bunt triple.
Like coach pitch?
Yeah.
Triple all day long.
Heck yeah. Well, even you would have given him a triple on that.
In coach pitch, yeah.
T-ball? Sure.
Yeah.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Right over the heart of the plate for strike 1.
That's, I'm sure I'm going to make Mia Rose a little happy there. That was a lower pitch. Got the called strike there.
Well, Spidell, she kind of squats down in the box. So her knees are kind of down there, so it kind of helped her out a little bit.
Yeah.
She fouls off the next pitch down the right field line and out of play for strike 2. That's why I never understood people squatting down in the batter's box. It lowers your strike zone. The low pitch gets called. Stand up tall. And
yeah, you don't want to honestly, I mean, what Liv does here, she obviously hits with a lot of power.
Oh, sure.
That little bit of lean, that's about as much as you want.
Line down the third base line, just foul. As the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, because those kids that squat like a whole bunch, they actually lose power in their swing because they have to spend so much time getting back up to.
Kind of like Jeff Bagwell. Looked like he was sitting on the toilet when he was batting. 1 ball, 2 strike, and the pitch. Changeup going to be outside for ball number 2. Runs the count even out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He actually, baseball players typically stride forward when you hit.
Yeah.
He actually stepped backwards. If you ever go back and watch him, to raise up, he would step back.
Huh.
2-2 pitch inside for ball 3. The Indian Valley Braves fans wanted that call, didn't get it. Runs the count full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Mia's not giving up on that inside corner. I mean, as a pitcher, you don't want to either.
Expect her to go right back to it. Payoff pitch, swung on, lined right back to Rose, and she fires over to Gabby Mead for out number 2. Number 43, Maggie Richards steps in now. She is 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored on that crazy line out throw to second or third to tag. I mean, it was a crazy play. I don't even want to. I can't even replay it in my mind. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Now no balls and 1 strike to Maggie Richards. She grounded out to the first baseman. Excuse me, Gabby Mead, her first at bat, and then singled into left field on her second at bat. Now the 0-1 pitch. Changeup outside for ball number 1.
Yeah, for the Braves here, they're in that situation now. Now we're in the 5th inning. You really don't want to let any more runs get on the board. The way this game's progressed, Spidel's kind of done her thing, showing that runs are going to be difficult to get. 2's about the max. You know what I mean? You can't give up many more than that.
Changeup again outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Maggie Richards. 2 outs here, top of the 5th inning. Strasburg leads 2-0. Two-one pitch on the corner for strike 2. Runs the count even out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
There's your number again.
There it is, 2-2-2. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. It happens. It never happens. They don't ever get a hit. Could be the first time ever.
It could be.
And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and dribbled to third under the glove of the third baseman. And Richards is going to get on. I'm going to, what are you going to give that? Tough scoreboard guy or scorekeeper guy.
Yeah,
what do you give
now
it?
that I would give, that's not a routine play. I would give that a single because she gave max effort and barely got a glove on it. That was just a perfectly placed ball.
So Maggie Richards breaks the spell of the 2-2-2 and gets a base hit here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning to bring in Sydney Sibla. First pitch swung on and lined right back to the pitcher, Rose. She fires on to first for out number 3. 1 pitch, and that's going to do it for the inning here in the top of the 5th. After 4.5, Strasburg 2, Indian Valley nothing. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Michele Iona. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Indian Valley and Strasburg. The Tigers lead 2-0. Big thanks to Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital today, our presenting sponsors of high school sports here in the spring. Baseball, softball for Big Z Sports. We appreciate all of our sponsors, all they do for us. As Dryden steps in and swings at the first pitch from Amelia Spidell and misses. So it's going to be Dryden, McPeak, and back to the top of the order in Hudnall here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Indian Valley's got to get something going here. Only a couple of innings, a couple more at-bats to get on the board as they trail 2-0. The 0-1 pitch going to be high for ball 1. Aubrey McPeak on deck for the Lady Braves. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off by Dryden. Back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Sadie Dryden. Dryden's a junior for the Lady Braves. One of, I believe, he has like something like 8 juniors on this team. And she lines it down to first base off the ground and picked off the ground by the first baseman Gilkerson for out number 1.
Yeah, the Indian Valley Braves, they have large classes. I mean, juniors, sophomores, freshmen. They have a lot of numbers in the softball program, that's a good problem to have for Coach Dusty Braun.
Make it 11 juniors.
11 juniors.
11 juniors, 3 seniors. We mentioned that. There's only 1 freshman and 2 sophomores. So a lot of juniors coming back. This team could be really good again next year. Of course, they're going to lose 3 key contributors in Hudnall, Rose, and Cam Enos, like you mentioned earlier, going on to the next level to play college softball. Aubrey McPeak steps in, takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Strasburg, they're young as well.
Yeah, they're very young. They're actually going to. Sibla's a senior. Allensworth's a senior. Maggie Richards a senior.
1-0 pitch right over the heart of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to McPeak.
I forgot Lily Myers also a senior. So that's 4 out of the 9 that are on the field. So that's pretty impactful. But the Tigers, obviously starts in the circle. So
got another year from Amelia, of course.
Yep.
1-1 pitch now, strike 2 over the heart of the plate to Aubrey McPeak in the hole now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 2 here, and that's bottom of the 5th inning. Back to the top of the order we go as Gracie Hudnall steps in, the catcher for the Lady Braves. She's 0 for 2 on the day. She struck out and grounded out to the second baseman in her last at bat. 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th inning. Mia Rose on deck for the Lady Braves. Hudnall steps in against Spidell. Outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Gracie Hudnall.
Braves looking to get a little 2-out rally going here. Now the top of the lineup's up.
Just high for ball number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Hudnall. Catcher does a great job behind the plate, does Hudnall for the Lady Braves, catching Mia Rose. Line drive into center field, and Richards cannot come up with it. A diving attempt. It goes all the way to the fence. Hudnall has some wheels. She touches second, now to third. The throw to the shortstop, the throw at the plate. There's going to be a play. She is safe at the plate. An inside the park home run by Gracie Hudnall to get the Lady Braves on the board. They still trail, though, 2-1.
I'll tell you what, Joe, that was a bang-bang play. That was a great throw by Olivia Spidell from obviously at the grass there. But I think the head-first slide is what actually scored the run, because when the tag was made, I think her hand was already on the plate. I'm sure that's going to be there's a possibility we could have that instant replay of that, but that had to be very, very, very close.
Yeah, we'll see if we can catch it on the replay. But Hudnall hustles around the bases. Great effort there as Mia Rose takes a hack, hefty hack at that one for strike 1. As Hudnall, Maggie Richards, huge effort in center field. Great effort to try to lay out and catch that. It gets past her all the way to the fence. Nice job by the right fielder, Becker to back her up as Rose fouls the 0-1 pitch to the screen, for strike number 2. But Hudnall.
And actually, by rule, and this is my bookkeeping stuff, we
been
actually had to look this up. No, that ball never hit the glove. That's actually considered an inside-the-park home run.
I was going to say, I didn't think it touched the glove.
No.
That's the only reason I gave it an inside the Parker. If it had bounced off her glove, I would not have given her a home run.
Yeah, I've actually seen a few of those this year, and that's why we actually had to kind of research it, because there's been some couple questionable ones in the games I've been at. So we actually had to kind of dig in and see, and that absolutely qualifies as a home run.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here at the bottom of the 5th. 1 run in on the home run by Hudnall. Mia Rose in the hole now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gabby Mead on deck for the Lady Braves. The 1-2 pitch is fouled off back to the screen. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big pitch here for Amelia Spidell. Already given up the inside the park home run just a moment ago. Mia Rose 1-2 pitch again fouled off to the screen. She stays alive at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-1, bottom of the 5th. Strasburg leads Indian Valley. We knew it was going to be a low-scoring affair, a tight ball game, and it's exactly what we've received from the Braves and Tigers. 1-2 pitch, change up outside for ball 2. Runs the count even at 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 3 here in the 5th inning. But the Indian Valley Lady Braves get on the board with a home run by Gracie Hudnall to cut the lead in half. Strasburg 2, Indian Valley 1. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Amici's Pizza congratulates the Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves for their outstanding years and wish them all the best. Amici's Pizza serves your favorite traditional pizzas and specialty pizzas. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Pizza is loved by most. It's been around for years. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette and now in Gnadenhutten. Big city taste for a small town price.
Do you have a low-slope roof that is leaking and causing problems? WM Commercial Roofing believes that finding an efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble. With over a decade of experience in the commercial roofing industry, we have the perfect solution for your low-slope roofing, whether it's for service or full replacement. WM Commercial Roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski here in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Top of the 6th inning, Ella Gilkerson steps in and pops up the first pitch down the right field line. Right fielder coming over, and she makes the catch. Does Sadie Dryden for out number 1 on pitch number 1.
Going to sub in Haley Rieger here.
Haley Rieger is going to hit now for Ada Richards. Rieger gets her first at bat. They're subbing in for Ada Richards. I would assume Rieger will stay at second base. Top of the 6th inning, 1 out.
Big spot here. Obviously, Coach Spidell would like to get one, get that lead back up to 2. 1's dangerous. You see how quick that can be eliminated.
First pitch outside for ball number 1 to Rieger. Richards did a nice job at second base. I'm assuming she's going to come out. Know what happens when you assume, though. Rieger drives it into center field. A nice job by Cam Enos to catch it on the run down by the shoe tops for out number 2 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, it was a good job. That you can see the Indian Valley outfield's playing deep. They don't want anything to get past them, so obviously those those balls that are just out of the infield. It's going to make for a tough play, but she did a good job hustling in to make it.
It's going to bring in number 7, Audrey Allensworth, as she takes ball 1. Starting to cool down a little bit. Sun's starting to go down and get behind some clouds that are rolling in for the hurricane monsoon that we have coming in for the next 4 days. The 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled off to the screen for strike 1. Kind of a weird weather pattern that we're in right now. It seems like the weeks are pretty nice and the weekends are terrible. Like rain and 40. And then it warms back up, then rain and 40.
Talking earlier, it looks like next week the same trend's kind of in line.
1-1 pitch, change up out in front is Allensworth for strike number 2. Just ready for 70s and 80s, man.
A little bit more consistency, but that's all I asked for. Just a little bit of consistency.
This 88 the one day, and it was 40 the next.
We had our wood burner running last week, if that tells you anything.
That doesn't surprise me. We had our furnace off for a little while. Strike 3 called, and out number 3 here in the top of the 6th inning as the Lady Tigers go 1-2-3. Head to the bottom of the 6th. Strasburg leads 2-1. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Willendale Golf Cart Sales is conveniently located right in the heart of Strasburg on North Worcester Avenue. They are your one-stop shop for easy-go vehicles, Textron off-road vehicles, and Cushman vehicles. Once you choose your cart, then the fun begins at Willendale as they have all the accessories to deck it out. Willendale Golf Cart Sales pride themselves in providing great customer service in their sales, parts, and service departments. To see all the great reviews and to learn more, find Willendale Golf Cart Sales on Facebook.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Big thanks to our sponsors today, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. And, of course, coming up, our Kime postgame and our McInturf Realty Player of the Game as the first pitch to Gabby Mead is swung on and missed by Amelia Spidell. Spidell did a nice job in the circle here today, 8 strikeouts, giving up the 1 run. Just in the last inning on the inside the park home run by Gracie Hudnall. Now the 0-1 pitch to changeup out in front of it, and she lines it into left field for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Gabby Mead to start the bottom of the 6th.
Another courtesy runner here.
Looks like
it would actually be considered a pinch runner because with Gabby being the first baseman, this will actually be a substitution, and then Gabby will be able to re-enter to play the field.
So number 2, Avery Baker steps in to run for Gabby Mead. As Brooklyn Sanders steps in, she's 0 for 2 on the day, struck out both times to end an inning. And she ended the first with a strikeout and ended the third with a strikeout.
That was Mead's second hit of the game, so she's had a good night at the plate against Spidell.
Just outside for ball 1 to Brooklyn Sanders. Brooklyn 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts on the day. Avery Baker on first, running for Gabby Mead. 2-1, Strasburg leads Indian Valley, bottom of the 6th. Fouled off to the screen for strike 1.
Tell you what, Joe, with no outs, this is one of those situations. Brooklyn Sanders is one of the power hitters for the Braves, but it's one of those situations you almost consider that bunt because you want to get that runner over to second, get her in the scoring position, then things can happen.
Swung on and missed for strike 2. A big looping swing again. We saw that the last time up for Brooklyn Sanders, like you mentioned, trying to put it on the building in left field. And might not be the time for that right now. Trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, situations, especially in a game like this, it's all about advancing runners. So just a ball in play here is what they need.
Now the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, and out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ashley Baker going to step in, the shortstop for the Lady Braves, the twin sister of Avery Baker, who's running for Meade on first. Built the same. I bet they're both as fast as anything. There's the bunt down the third base line, and they're going to get Baker at first as they throw back to second to get the other Baker, but she gets back in time. So nice job on the sacrifice. It goes 5-4 on the putout.
I would say the 2 Bakers are actually twins.
That's what I said.
Oh, I didn't. I
the
just
twin sister.
I caught the end where you said they look very similar or something.
Now Cam Enos steps in. She is
My bad.
No, you're good. 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Single would come up huge here if she could get it. She takes the first one on the corner, strike 1. So, yeah, the Baker twins, both juniors, both have wheels built exactly the same.
Yeah, they're both very fast.
One wears number 1, one wears number 2. A lot of twins in the area.
There is, yeah.
I mean, a ton of twins.
Yeah.
I'd have to sit and think about, like, all the twins in the area that we have as Cam Enos takes ball 1. Of course, the Roden twins out of Garraway, the Baker twins here at Indian Valley. Who else we got?
There is another set.
There's another set of twins.
And I can't remember where they're at. But, yeah, I know it's not the first or the second time we've talked about twins.
No. Now the 1-1 pitch to Enos. Swung on and fouled off to the screen for strike 2.
Yeah, the Braves got something rolling here, looking to try to get that all as fast as Baker is. This is one of those situations, if the ball gets to the outfield, the likelihood of her being sent home is very high.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off and in and out of the mitt of Sibla. So the count's going to remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. A couple moments ago, I saw Indian Valley Athletic Director Nick Swaldo here at the game watching. He gave us a wave and big thumbs up, so we appreciate what Nick Swaldo does for us with Big Z Sports here at Indian Valley all year long, from football all the way around to softball and baseball, as Enos fouls it off over the dugout. The count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
She had to pause there for a second. She was hoping for that foul ball to catch a car. It's one of those things that whether you're 7 or you're 17, it's one of those things you look for.
I pulled in, and I'm like, where am I parking? I'm over there in the 50-yard line of the football field. They let me pull out there. And so I'm okay. I don't think I'm in any danger of any foul balls, but you never know.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch. It's going to drop, and a run's going to score. It got into no man's land as Cam Enos pops one up and heads up base run and gets all the way to second as Baker scores from second.
And that would be ruled a double because the ball, there was no play other than once they finally got the ball, Cam was hustling out of the box.
It got into no man's land between Spidell, Myers, and Richards out in the Bermuda Triangle out there, and none of them could come up with it. So a run on the board here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th to tie the ball game up at 2. Steps in Bailey Waldron now, the second baseman for the Lady Braves. First pitch, hard shot down the first base line, but foul for strike 1. Coach Braun said, hey, give me 3 runs. Well, 3 runs might just win this game.
Yeah, well, my theory of the first 1 to 2, it's out the window now.
Yeah. Well, he like I said, he said 3 runs, and I'm like, okay. And you said first 1 to 2. I'm like 2, 3. They're right there together. We'll see what happens, and both of you should be coaches. Well, one is, and one is on another level. But you still coaching travel ball?
No. I help when I can, but I'm not. No role.
No more role of the.
I keep book, and if I see something, I may throw a suggestion out there. That's about all I do.
Assistant coach alphabet. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Braves tie it up here in the bottom of the 6th inning with an RBI double off the bat of Cam Enos. Bailey Waldron in the hole now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's going to do it for the 6th inning. But Indian Valley ties it up at 2. Back with the 7th inning after this with Big Z Sports.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling their residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Top of the 7th inning, Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski here at Indian Valley High School in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. Lily Adelbassett in to bat here for Riley Becker. Top of the 7th inning, we are tied at 2, 9-1-2 for the Lady Tigers. First pitch, strike called on the corner. No balls, 1 strike now to Adelbassett. Wears number 13, bats from the right side. Inside corner for strike 2. Out the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Now take us back to the top of the order, and Amelia Spidell in for the Lady Tigers.
You know, games like this, Joe, obviously there's the chance right now. Obviously there's plenty of softball left here in the 7th inning, but in a game like this, if it would happen to go a couple extra innings, it's not a bad thing. This has been a great game.
First pitch to Spidell. She fouls it off down the left field line and out of play.
Players and coaches obviously don't want it to go extra innings because one of them would like to win, but as a fan or as somebody calling the game, it's just been a very good, hard-fought game to watch.
Been a lot of fun here today. Really good softball game. 0-1 count to Amelia Spidell. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and again fouled off down the left field line for strike 2. Spidell on the day. She is 1 for 2 with a walk. She scored a run as well. That was way back in the first inning. Big news out of the NFL, of course, a draft tonight. Lamar Jackson, now the highest paid player in the NFL, reached a deal with the Ravens. $260 million, $185 million guaranteed for 5 years.
Wow.
1-2 pitch. Just outside for ball 1. That was a big limbo decision there, in limbo decision for the Ravens. They got it done before the draft, and some people were talking that they were going to maybe trade him or get rid of him.
Something had to happen
because
there's too much was going to hang on that.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes now, top of the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch going to be high for ball number 2. So 2-2 now to Amelia Spidell.
There's only 1 out, so your thing doesn't apply here. It's 2-2-1.
It was already blown. Maggie Ridgers blew that up. So. And the 2-2 pitch. Change up. Spidell out in front of it. That's going to land in the Bermuda Triangle just like the hit from Enos did, as Spidell gets on with a single here with 1 out in the top of the 7th to bring up Lily Myers.
Yeah, as a pitcher and as the defensive coach, those are the most annoying hits. But I'll tell you what, against good pitchers, you see it so much because it's hard to square them up.
And the first pitch to Myers. Just low for ball 1. Myers on the day. She's 0 for 3, fielder's choice. She grounded out back to Mia Rose and popped out to the second baseman. Now the 1-0 pitch. It's Going to be outside for ball 2. Good eye there by Lily Myers, the left fielder today, batting second. Typical spot held down by Haley Rieger, who was a late scratch today. You did see her pinch hit just a little while ago. Myers, she lines one into right field. That's going to get off the fence on a one hop as Spidell gets to third and stops as Coach Spidell throws up the stop sign as Lily Myers lines a double off the right field fence. And the Lady Tigers are in business with one out with runners in scoring position.
That was a big hit there by Lily Myers, getting the stage is set now for the Braves. Obviously the meat of the lineup coming up with 2 runners in scoring position.
Olivia Spidell steps in. She's 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single back in the first inning. She's grounded out to the pitcher and the shortstop. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Big key spot here for Olivia Spidell. Guess what, Adam? Only a freshman.
Only a freshman, yeah.
Turns and squares and bunts it down the first base line. That's going to get a run in. And nice job by Olivia Spidell. It knocks in her sister Amelia from third as the Lady Tigers take the lead 3-2.
If you recall about an inning ago, Joe, I said that the Tigers can bunt, and they'll bunt at any time, anywhere. I think that just solidified that comment. You have your 3-hitter with all kinds of power, just laid the bunt down for the go-ahead run.
And a second out of the inning as Maggie Richards steps in, takes the first one high for ball 1. What a nice job from Olivia Spidell to sacrifice herself and for the better of the team to take the bat out of her hands and drop a bunt to knock in her big sister from third. Swing and a miss by Richards evens the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up in the bottom of the 7th, the Lady Braves are going to have 8, 9, and 1 to try to get that run back. Richards takes it outside for ball 2. Braves fans wanted that call, didn't get it.
That was very tight because everybody was waiting to see the call. The pitcher, the catcher, and even the batter wasn't sure what that was going to be called. That tells you it's close.
Richard lines one into center field, and that's going to get all the way to the fence and knock in another run. Richards touches second, and she's going to get an RBI triple here for Maggie Richards to make the lead 4-2 for the Strasburg Lady Tigers.
Nice piece of hitting there by Maggie Richards. Indian Valley outfielders at about mid-level in the outfield, and that was just hit well enough that it got over the head of Cam Enos, and deep outfield here at Indian Valley. It's a
huge field.
Yeah, there's a lot of room for that ball to travel, and it went all the way to the fence, and Maggie's quick.
Sydney Sibla steps in, takes a strike on the inside corner. Counting out, no balls and 1 strike to Sibla. Takes another strike on the inside corner, 4 strike, 2, shakes her head and says, man, I'm the catcher of the other team. I want that call too. As she didn't like the strike call, but nonetheless, it is strike 2.
Mia looks to be throwing a little bit harder than she has the whole game.
Looks like she's a little aggravated.
Yeah, a little bit.
And the 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled off by Sibla to stay alive. 4-2, Strasburg leads Indian Valley. They get 2 big runs here in the top of the 7th inning. As Spidell scores, and so does Lily Myers here for the Lady Tigers. Going to be low and inside for ball number 1. One-two pitch. Swung on and lined into right center field. That's going to bounce off the fence as well. Sibla touches first and cruises into second with an RBI double in the 3rd run of the inning for the Lady Tigers.
I'll tell you what, Joe, you always say, especially in softball, hitting's contagious, and you can see what that means right here, because once it started, the Tigers, the confidence at the plate is just growing. Everybody knows how well of a pitcher, how good of a pitcher Mia Rose is, but confidence is key when you face somebody like her.
So Ella Gilkerson now steps in, 3 straight RBIs, 1 on a bunt, an RBI triple, and an RBI double for the Lady Tigers. Gives them a 3-run lead, 5-2 here today. And first pitch inside on Gilkerson for ball 1. Coming up, our Kime postgame and, of course, our McInturf Realty player of the game as Gilkerson dribbles it down the third base line, and that's going to go foul for strike number 1. One ball, 1 strike to Ella Gilkerson. She is 1 for 3 on the day, single. Lined out to the second baseman and popped out to the right fielder as she takes strike 2 on the outside corner. One ball, 2 strikes to Gilkerson. 2 outs here. 3 runs in for the Lady Tigers. 1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, but the damage is done. And the Lady Tigers get 3 big runs here in the top of the 7th inning to take a lead, 5-2. Back with the bottom of the 7th after this with Big Z Sports.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Gnadenhutten, or call 740-254-4626.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Back to Indian Valley High School as we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. And number 9, Sadie Dryden steps in and takes ball 1 from Amelia Spidell. 3 big runs for the Lady Tigers in the top of the 7th inning to take the lead, 5-2. And Spidell's 1-0 pitch just low for ball number 2.
Yeah, at this point, Joe, down 3, the Braves are just looking to get base runners any way that they can. A walk would actually be a perfect start for the Braves inning.
8-9-1 here for the Lady Braves as she takes a strike up at the belt. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Sadie Dryden. And she lines it down the first base line, and she is going to be out. Nice pickup and grab by the first baseman, Ella Gilkerson, for out number 1. I personally thought that was foul, but hey.
We got a substitution here, Joe. Number 5 is going to pinch hit for the Braves.
Number 5 is going to be Haley Kearns coming in to bat for Aubrey McPeak. McPeak on the day was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Kearns bats from the left side. Probably going to become some kind of a slapper here. Takes a strike.
Ultimately, if this game prevails the way that it looks, I mean, these 2 teams, you're talking about 2 great teams that are in separate divisions in softball. To end up with a split for their 2-game series this year, I think both teams will be happy.
Yeah, for sure.
To each get a win. Obviously, both teams would like the sweep, but at the end of the day, both coaches are happy to get 1 win apiece in this when these 2 teams get together.
Absolutely. 0-2 pitch now to Kearns. She swings and misses for strike 3, and out number 2 Here in the bottom of the 7th, the Braves are down to their final out, and now number 6, Gracie Hudnall, steps in. She is 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, a ground out to second, and an inside the park home run, her last at bat. Mia Rose on deck if the Braves can get Hudnall on base. First pitch is going to be grounded to third. This should do it. On to first, and that's out number 3, and the final out of the ball game as the Lady Tigers knock off the Lady Braves and get a little bit of revenge from the first game. Strasburg 5, Indian Valley 2. Back after this with our kind post game after this with Big Z Sports.
For all your propane needs, you can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way to TMK, service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Gnadenhutten Company believe in the value of relationships. Gnadenhutten Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Gnadenhutten Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Gnadenhutten facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
This is Tuscarawas County Detective Lieutenant Adam Fisher. Underage drinking is illegal. As a parent, you cannot allow your child's underage friends to possess or consume alcohol on your property, not under any circumstance. As a law enforcement officer, I can confiscate any alcohol, money, or property used in committing this offense. Plus, you place yourself at legal risk for being sued.
This message brought to you by the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll County.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Michele Iona. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler here and the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios, and we are on our Kime post-game show, and I'm joined by the winning head coach, Strasburg head coach, Tom Spidell. Coach, big win for you guys today, 5-2. It was back and forth. You guys had a 2-0 lead. It went to 2-2, and then you get 3 big runs there in the 7th inning. Talk about your team's performance today.
Yeah, I was real happy with them. We started out great. We was hitting the ball. We wasn't striking out a lot and got that lead, and thought 2 runs might have to do it, but Indian Valley found a way to battle back and get a couple. And, right before the beginning of the inning, I just told the girls, I'm like, look, this is a tournament game.
Sure.
You have to find a way now to get a run and make it hold up and find a way to win. This is what the tournament's going to be like, and we've got to produce.
You just mentioned it, their Division II, your Division IV, and you play a team like this, getting ready to go to that tournament run. The draw is Sunday. We talked about it in the pregame, but, you play a team like Indian Valley. What does that do for your confidence going forward?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, they're a great team, only had 1 loss on the season. Dusty does a really good job with them, and Mia, she's so good, and just trying to put the ball in play with her, it's kind of tough sometimes, but we did very well today, especially hitting.
Yeah,
very
for sure.
happy.
Talk about Amelia in the circle today. She had another great game. I had her for 13 strikeouts, only gave up 5 hits. She walked 3, but another great job in the circle for you.
Yeah, she's been awesome all year. She really has. She's really been kind of the glue that holds us together. And one thing we've really worked on is out there on the mound, her mound presence. And so even when they got those 2 runs, she kept her composure, and she looked like she was sure underneath she was nervous, but she looked in control and had control of the game, and that's what we want from her. She's a junior now, getting ready to be a senior, so we want that out of her, and she's really responded.
Hard to believe, as good as she is, she's only a junior. You get her for 1 more year, and of course you got your younger daughter as well on the team. But obviously this is the nicest day of the week. The rest of the week doesn't look very promising. What's the rest of the week hold for the Tigers?
It does not. I kind of hope the rain holds off. We got another tough one tomorrow.
It won't tomorrow.
I know. We're going to John Glenn, and I'd really like to play them.
Good team.
Yes, really like to play them. And then Saturday, we're up on the hill in Garaway, and with the forecast the way it is, I don't know that. Even if the rain holds off, it's going to be brutally cold, and the wind's going to blow.
It's going to be 40 for a high, but up there it's going to be like 25 and windy and almost like in a hurricane. But obviously next week I think it's trending to get a little nicer as well. So you'll probably get the games in, and next week at least. But Coach, again, big thanks for joining us here. Congratulations on the big win. Got the revenge win there, and they got you the first time around. But again, Strasburg head coach Tom Spidell joining us here in our Kime post game. We'll be back with our McInturf Realty Player of the Game after this with Big Z Sports.
Amici's Pizza congratulates the Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves for their outstanding years and wish them all the best. Amici's Pizza serves your favorite traditional pizzas and specialty pizzas. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Pizza is loved by most. It's been around for years. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette and now in Gnadenhutten. Big city taste for a small town price.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler in the Kime postgame show. I'm here with our McInturf Realty Player of the Game, junior pitcher Amelia Spidell. And Amelia, first time we've gotten to talk this year. We've done a lot of your games, but you finally earned the shirt today. And big game for you. 13 strikeouts, 3 walks, gave up 5 hits, and only the 2 runs. Talk about your performance first.
I just came into this game thinking like I need to keep my presence on the mound strong so I can keep my defense under control, if something happens. So always with the top 3 hitters for Indian Valley, I'm just really working my locations and hoping that they can get a bad hit or they can strike out. And then the bottom of the lineup, I try to focus more on getting them, either striking them out or having the defense get an easy out for me. So I just came in here thinking that we were going to win this game.
Well, how do you remain as a pitcher? You're only a junior, and you pitch like you're a senior, and it's crazy to see your composure out there. But if you're not getting the call on the outside corner or the inside corner, and you feel like the pitch is there, and you're not getting the call that day, how do you keep your composure? What do you do?
Me and my coaches have really talked about this offseason to control the controllables, and I can't control what the umpire calls. My coaches can't control what the umpire calls. So all I can do is keep throwing it, hoping they swing, and if they don't, we'll come back with something else that they will swing at.
Absolutely. You're 2 for 3 at the plate today, 2 runs scored. Your younger sister knocked you in there in
yes,
the first inning.
Yep.
That's got to feel good.
It does feel good, yeah. I'm really proud of all the freshmen. I'm especially proud of my sister, though. She had a lot of big shoes to fill in that 3 hole in the shortstop position. Emma Gilkerson, one of the best ball players I've ever played with, and I know she felt that pressure, but she's really stepped in and done her absolute best.
Absolutely. I talked to your dad just a moment ago, and we talked about the rest of the week. Doesn't look very promising for games. A couple big games coming up if you can get them in. You got John Glenn and Garraway. Your thoughts on those?
John Glenn's one of the best teams that we're going to play all year without a doubt. They're one of the best teams in the state, Division II. They have a great pitcher. They have a great offense, great defense. They're just a strong team, but, we're a strong team too. So I just think going in there with that mentality that we can beat anyone, I think our chances are pretty good.
Congratulations on a great game.
Thank you.
We'll see you again real soon.
See ya.
That's Amelia Spidell, our McInturf Realty player of the game. Back after this to wrap it up with Adam Soweski after this with Big Z Sports.
Do you have a low-slope roof that is leaking and causing problems? WM Commercial Roofing believes that finding an efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble. With over a decade of experience in the commercial roofing industry, we have the perfect solution for your low-slope roofing, whether it's for service or full replacement. WM Commercial Roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. One final time, Joe Geckler, Adam Soweski joins me back in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. And Adam, what a great contest here today. 5-2 final. Strasburg gets it. It was nip and tuck all the way, 2-0, 2-2, and then Strasburg gets the 3 big runs there in the 7th inning to get the win.
It was exactly what I expected coming into this. When you have 2 good teams with 2 good pitchers, you're going to get a game like that. And, without Strasburg kind of exploded there in the 7th inning. You say exploded, it was 3 runs. And most
That's
times,
a lot of runs for a game like this.
In a game like this, that is a ton of runs. But ultimately, it was a great game to be at. To see 2 good teams go at it right before the tournament. Tournament starts here in about 2 weeks. Coach Spidell just said, this was win or lose. These are great games for these teams to play ahead of the tournament.
Absolutely. And again, the rest of the schedule for Big Z Sports possibly this week, weather permitting. Tomorrow, Dover Philly softball, and on Saturday, Strasburg and Garraway on the hill in Sugar Creek. Of course, we'll have those games, weather permitting, for you over the next couple days. Big thanks to our Claxon Communications crew again, Lydia, Brady, and Natalie Holbrook. Even though you saw her in the postgame, you typically don't see our camera person in the postgame, but she ducked in front of the camera by mistake, but I had to give her a little crap for that. But they do a great job as always, and big thanks to those guys and the hospitality here at Indian Valley as well. For Adam Soweski, I'm Joe Geckler saying we'll see you at the ballpark, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Big Z Sports. Tonight's game was presented by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Hospital, Wood Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarawas, and McInturf Realty. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. For the best coverage of high school sports, there is only one Big Z Sports.